All right.
Yeah. Let's go.
Ready to get into it?
Yeah,
We'll
yeah.
go back from this line, and then we'll get into it.
I love this harmony at the end here, too.
Yeah, yeah.
very sudden.
On You and I.
Yeah.
We'll go from this line.
It's just I.
All right. Here we go. Mutiny. Still got the fiddle. Ooh. 4, 1, 5, 4, 6.
Say you didn't know how that would end. Look me in the eyes and tell me, Captain, that you did not just sacrifice 6 men.
Ooh.
Boy.
Use your wits to try and say I'm crazy.
Oh, now you want him to use his wits.
That this is awesome trick the gods have sent. Tell me you did not miss home so painfully bad that you gave up the lives of 6 of our friends.
Oh my god.
When we fought the Cyclops, you were quick to hatch a plan. And when we fought with Circe, it was you who left behind no man. But when we saw this monster, we didn't take a stand. We just ran. Say something! I can't!
Oh man, the drama.
Then you have forced my hand.
Oh.
Lower your weapon. No can do.
Oh, shit.
You miss your wife so bad you drain the lives of your own crew.
Don't make me fight you, brother. You know you'd have done the same.
If you want all the power, you must carry all the blame. Eurylochus, Eurylochus, Eurylochus.
Odysseus.
Oh, shit.
Odysseus. Oh man.
I am not letting you get in my way. My brothers, why?
How are we supposed to trust?
Oh.
Now the time is
I knew that was coming, too.
Oh.
now. The time has come to shut you down. You relied on wit, and then we died on it. Whoa.
Oh my god.
My head. Where are we?
Some island, the first one we found. It's bursting with cows, just roaming around, begging
This
us
melody.
to eat. So much meat and hunger is so
We know this melody.
heavy. This statue, the god of the sun, don't know where it's from, but here's where we found all these cows to hunt. Right in front, and hunger is so heavy. Hunger is so heavy.
Please don't tell me you're about to do what I think you'll do.
Odie, we're never gonna get
Odie.
to make it
Odie.
home. You know it's true.
You don't know that's true. This is the home of the sun,
Sun god.
Starving,
Oh.
my friend.
But if you
All the
kill his
motifs,
castle,
dude.
Who knows what he'll send? This is the home of the
Sun
sun
god.
god.
Tired, my friend.
But we're so close to home. This can't be where it ends.
How much longer must I suffer
Please
now?
don't do
How
this.
much longer must I push
I
through
need to
doubt?
get
How much longer must I go about my life like this when people die like this? Whoa, how much longer must we suffer now? How much longer must we push through doubt? How much longer must we go about our lives like this when people die like this? Whoa.
Just a man.
Eurylochus, no! You've doomed us. You've doomed us all, Eurylochus!
Captain?
We need to get away from this island now! Grab an arm with all the strength your arms allow! These cows were immortal. They were the sun god's friends. And now that we've pissed them off, Who do you think you'll send?
Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Full speed ahead, faster. Oh my god.
We're too late.
The thunder. Oh, here he is. We'll pause.
Dude.
We'll pause.
We have to listen to that one again.
I think we might have to.
There was so much to
There's
unpack
so
there.
much to go over there. So many motifs returning
That
here.
was such a ride. Holy I didn't write anything down.
Yeah.
That was such a ride. Holy shit.
Wow.
The amount of callbacks in that one.
I'm so pissed at Eurylochus, though.
Yeah.
So pissed at him, dude. Why are you
Well,
gonna
I'm-
be like this?
well,
You-
I'm wondering,
You pushed Odysseus to be the murderer.
I'm also kind of wondering, was the siren kind of fucking with him a little bit in the beginning there?
In begin this one?
Like to like coerce him into like going down that mutinous path? Can we go back to the beginning? I can't. Honestly, can't. Sorry, I'm.
Yeah, no. It's we're
flabbergasted
both.
right now.
We're both. Yeah.
Any thoughts right off the bat, or can we just like kind of dive into it again?
I would say, I guess my initial thought was just I'm just pissed at Eurylochus because I had a feeling this was coming, that him and his men are trying to push Odysseus to be like, hey, like you rely on wit and we die on it. Whoa. And then they're like, hey, we need to be ruthless. And then he's ruthless, and they're like, Odysseus, what are you doing? Like, stop doing that. And he's like, what do you mean? You wanted me to do this to begin with.
But at the same time, I remember Hereupon telling me about this. He wrote an essay on about Eurylochus.
Okay.
But at the same time, like, you can like be pushing your captain or your friend to like being a little more somewhat selfish to like protect your friends and protect your crew and yourself and stuff. But then he sacrificed 6 of his men just so that he can get back home. Like he's very like self-centered at this point.
Right, but back in the Circle Saga, Eurylochus was the one that was like, hey, leave those men behind, let's cut our losses, and let's move forward.
That's true.
And Odysseus like, no, like, we can't leave them behind. So they've flipped sides. I think maybe, if anything, maybe Eurylochus was starting to warming up to Odysseus's ways. And just as he was like, all right, I'm starting to accept how Odysseus does things, Odysseus was pushed to the other side and was just like, okay, you guys want me to be ruthless and kill and leave people behind? I'll do it. And now they're still pissed at him. So it's...
It would be cool if we had 600 men to attest to it. Where are they?
You want to do another listen through?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Please.
Obviously, there were so many motifs between the sun god,
we
the
heard
land of the sun god. There was
it was cool because like I was hearing the music of it first.
Yep.
And I was like, I know that's another song. What
the
song
verse
was it?
in Survive.
Yes.
That surround
That's
him.
what it was.
Da, 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 da,
And then the wind god thing.
The wind god. Obviously, luck runs out.
Wow. Just a man too. Did they throw that in here?
Yeah. Yes.
At some point,
Very
right?
briefly, they threw in Just a Man somewhere.
Full speed ahead, right?
Of course, full speed ahead was at the end. Yep.
Damn.
Um.
And like, which is impressive because we've been expecting motifs and callbacks this whole time. Now that we know what the deal is.
Yeah.
But this one takes the cake.
They just like.
This is like stacked with.
So I heard you guys like motifs.
Exactly. He's like, I know that people are expecting motifs and callbacks. Like, let me just throw all of it here, especially since this seems like the climax, the plot twist, the turning point of the entire story, where like, obviously there's Odie's tone shift and mentality shift, but like this is kind of like where Odie and Yuri are like,
yeah.
This is where shit just hits the fan.
Oh, you like motifs? Sing all of them
at the same time.
Sing all of them at the same time. All right, let's do a second listen through.
Let's go, dude. I was interested in this too. Sorry.
Go ahead. Yeah, what's up?
I was interested in that too because I expected the Wraith to come back in because of the violin. That's a violin, right?
Yeah, the violin, fiddle, whatever it is.
But this song is like mostly Eurylochus. And I'm wondering if he... I was trying to remember that too because I don't think Polites or Eurylochus really have musical stylings like specific, do they?
Polites sometimes has the Polites as like a
Sure.
as like a melody.
But I mean, like,
know.
instrumentation-wise or anything? I didn't
No,
really notice anything of that.
instrumentation-wise, offhand, I don't recall. That's something we could probably ask chat, right?
Yeah.
If, like, chat, do they have a specific instrument tied to them? Polities.
Well, yeah,
and
the instruments aren't
Eurylochus?
restricted. I know that. But I also never found any consistent.
Because we said that Eurylochus has the crew.
Eurylochus.
Okay. Yeah, I wasn't sure because sometimes Eurylochus sings by himself.
The crew.
And then sometimes he sings with the crew, which I assume is like when the crew is moving, Eurylochus is kind of like the one leading the crew, especially when it's like, I'm thinking
very
of especially in Remember Them, when they're like, oh, we got to stab him in the eye. Like, yes, sir, remember them. And they start singing the chorus. And you hear Eurylochus' voice in there, but it's multiple, either of the same voice or just multiple.
Which is
men
interesting
singing,
because
you know.
there's no more men left to be.
At this point, yeah. Like,
be,
do
like,
they
the crew?
do they even have? How many do they have at this point? Because they just sacrificed 6.
After Poseidon, they had like
Poseidon
43
left them
left
at
or something.
43.
Something like that.
But that was before Cersei. But I think they saved everyone from Cersei,
Yeah.
from Circle, and then no one died in the underworld, as far as I know. There was no implication. So
they had, like, 6
So
left
another
then.
6 left, have just gone down.
Probably about 30, 36.
Like 36,
Makes sense.
30, 36 left. Okay. Polities is like a vibraphone or mallet percussion of some sort.
Oh, okay.
Oh, I could see that.
So, some of them are just more subtle than
Maybe
others,
just more subtle,
probably.
yeah.
And like someone said, you know, you can't be changing instruments all the time. So like there are definitely guitars happening when Odysseus is not singing. You
Right,
know,
of course.
Stuff
of
like
course.
that. So it's not always like, you know, obvious. but
Sure.
I was very curious because I hadn't noticed anything.
Right,
But
because we've already kind of established
that's a
like
very-
Athena had the piano,
Yeah.
Odysseus has the guitar.
that's
like,
a very, very
the
interesting
wind god
concept
had, like,
to
the
have
flute,
the
you know.
crew gang vocals as the character motif.
Yeah,
That's
and
very
I guess that's kind of cool too because then Eurylochus is sort of the one that's representing the crew.
Yeah.
you know, so it's like his
Yeah,
voice is
someone
like the
said that,
crew's
yeah.
voice. Yeah,
Very cool.
that is pretty cool. You want to do another listen through though, right? We'll
Yes,
keep going.
Absolutely.
Oh, what a great song.
Tell me you did not know that would happen.
Exactly, yeah.
Say you didn't know how that would end.
Like island sound, to be honest. Yeah, I love
Me in
the
eyes
island
and
sounds.
Tell me, Captain, that you did not just sacrifice 6 men.
I love his performance here too.
Yes, me too.
Try and say I'm crazy and mad. That this is all
Mad.
some trick the gods have sent.
So good.
Tell me you did not miss home so painfully bad that you gave up the lives of 6 of our friends. When we fought the Cyclops, you were quick to hatch a plan. And when we fought with Cersei, it was you who left behind no man. But when we saw this monster, we didn't take a stand. We just ran. Say something!
I can't!
Oh, even though I can't, just fighting back. Like I can't.
Their performances in this one are
You have
so
forced my
good.
hand.
I was waiting for the,
Like,
the
I
sword-
feel
sword
it.
sheath.
Lower your weapon.
No can do. You miss your wife so bad.
No
you
can
trade
do.
the lives
No
of
can
your
do.
own crew.
Don't make me fight you, brother. You know you'd have done the same.
If you
That
want
guitar
all
riff's so
the
sick.
power, you must carry all the blame.
Yeah, it's in D minor. D minor is often
That's a good
considered
one.
like the saddest keys, like saddest of all keys. So
I am not letting you get in my way.
I want to
So-
dissect this real quick.
yeah, sure. That part right there, did they attacked Odysseus? He's the one that got sliced here, right or no? Because he says,
Or-
"My brothers, why?"
Or I assume they were attacking each other.
Odysseus versus Eurylochus,
Eurylochus.
right? But who sliced who? I think Eurylochus.
I
got
assume they sliced
Odysseus.
each other, but maybe Eurylochus won.
Because
Also, he said my brothers, so maybe the whole crew just. Well, the title's Mutiny. So I'm
Yeah, of
assuming,
course, yeah,
I'm
yeah.
assuming the crew was like, yeah, we gotta stop Odie.
right.
And so like they all got him.
Whether it was like all of them or even just Eurylochus, because then he was like,
Oh, and this one, oh fuck, how? Time has come, your luck's run out. Shut you down, you lie on it, you very die on it. Whoa. Whew. And so now, So now I'm trying to kind of gauge. Obviously, they're on the Sun Island.
They're on some kind of island now, yeah.
Getting ready to meet Zeus.
Right.
But how did they get there all of a sudden? Did they die?
No.
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 Is this where they were traveling to?
So I think they were just traveling because they were
through Scylla is how you get to like the home of the gods, Mount Olympus, so to speak.
I guess that's not where they were trying to go. They're not on Mount Olympus right now. I don't think. I think they're just on an island.
Oh.
Because if we go for,
This
they
is
say,
where my-
obviously they say some island, the first one we found.
The first one we found.
The first one we found.
Bursting with cows. I think because since they had ran from Scylla, they're sailing to somewhere, and then just as they were sailing, the mutiny was happening, and then I think maybe they knocked out Odysseus, and then when he woke up, it's like, oh, we're on an island now. So maybe like Eurylochus like took the helm and like maybe I'm not entirely sure. But I think they're just on an island that has all these cows, but obviously it has some kind of like significance because
I'm sure we'll find out in the next song.
yeah, I mean
Anyway.
they
That's
killed
kind
the
of-
cows and then there was thunder.
Yeah.
So,
And
right.
that was like, oh shit, the sacred cows.
yeah.
Like,
Get
oh.
away from this island now! Grab an arm with all the strength your arms allow! These cows were immortal. They
Oh,
were
you
the
just
sun
you just
god's
skipped over a
friends.
whole thing.
Oh,
And now that we've pissed them off,
yeah. I just wanted to show you that like
Oh.
because like they were like, oh, we're like on an island and now like
Yeah.
we have these cows, but
Yeah,
like
yeah.
now who do you think they're gonna send? But yeah, we could go back.
No, but this whole like Eurylochus getting delirious from hunger and stuff, not realizing the cows are sacred and stuff. He kills one of them.
Yeah.
This is all a very cool twist of
Do you want to play a certain part?
no, not
Okay,
necessarily.
sure.
But this song was really good for me.
It's very, very cool.
I love the intensity of the drums
Yeah.
when they come in the fighting scene, but then like for the rest of the intense parts. Whew, God damn.
Oh, thank you for the 100 bits. I appreciate it, Sir Hamilton. Fun fact: in Just a Man, Odysseus says, "Deep down, I would trade the world to see my son and wife." In Scylla song, we hear "deep down" many times. I like to think this means that he started to trade the world. Oh,
yeah, totally.
I like that. Yeah, he knew what would happen if he killed the cows, and that's so interesting too because it's like, for Eurylochus,
Eurylochus knew what would happen.
No, Odysseus did.
Oh, well,
because
yeah.
Eurylochus killed the cows, and Odysseus is like, you idiot!
Yeah.
Like now this is gonna happen. So it's like, I'm surprised at this point that they haven't like just fully listened to Odysseus because he's like, he's the king of Ithaca. He knows like more about the gods, especially with like I'm thinking like with the bag, right? With the storm in the bag in the
Yeah, especially
the wind
after
god
that,
thing,
like
right?
clearly I was telling the truth.
Yeah,
guys.
yeah.
Like,
It's just like I'm the one interacting with these gods, and we're making these deals.
there's
and,
always
you know,
this doubt. Doubt.
It's just all these
of
doubt. It's
him.
just like men are dumb. the men are dumb.
And it's also it kind of like begs this question too, which is like something that people reflect on constantly, of like the type of leadership that you present and the type of leadership that you hold. Certain people will respond to it in certain ways, right? At this point, we know that a lot. There's like certain types of leaderships that are kind of like always the best, right? But like if Odysseus has always been like kind of this nice guy that always wants to do good, the certain types of people can like find that to like not be taken so seriously,
For sure.
or
Especially
be
since the
stepped on.
world works in a certain way, especially in mythology here, where it's like
And so I wonder
everyone's
if,
just kind of killing each other.
I wonder if that's like kind of a factor that's going to be revealed later of like them just not taking him as seriously as they once claimed.
I guess so.
But that's a bit heady.
For sure.
What's your rating?
Give me an 8.
I'm doing a 9 myself.
You don't do a 9 yourself.
That was
I have another thought, but I want to wait till after the last song to bring that thought up.
that's fair. Yeah.